Super Mario Maker 2 is full of all kind of original ideas that you can create yourself with the vast amount of tool sets that come in each game style. But there's a lot of things that you probably do not know yet that you can do and you can perform in this game. These things come from maker choices to even playing each stage, but I'm going to show you all the unique things that you can do in this game and my top 10 awesome things that you might not have known about Super Mario Maker 2. Before we get started, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all my posts, especially with the upcoming characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'll be covering them and anything else that comes in the recent weeks. But without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 10, to start off this list, we have item stacking. Now, this came in a later update for Super Mario Maker 1, but this is something that many players and many makers may not know you can do. So pretty much you can stack items on top of each other in boxes to determine exactly what item the player gets, determined on what form they're taking at the moment. So if you're a small Mario, you can set an item box to give you a mushroom only if you're small, but if you're big, it will give you a power-up that's a little better, maybe like a propeller shroom or a leaf. Something like that, and that's something that's really cool that many people do not know yet. But not only that, but something else changed in Mario Maker 2 from the first one, and it is the checkpoint flag. So originally you would go through a checkpoint flag and it would turn you into Big Mario. It would always have a mushroom status effect. But this time it's up to the player to give that to the other players. So you would have to put a mushroom on the checkpoint flag in order for the player to receive that. But not only that, but you could put other items on the flag as well, whether it be a super leaf or anything else, to give the player a power-up once he reached that checkpoint destination.
Let's go. Let's go.
Number 9, Piranha Creeper Butt Bounce. So pretty much in this game you have these things called Piranha Creepers that move in a set pattern, kind of like the snake blocks, and it's your job to bounce on them and get to the other side. But if you do a simple bounce, it won't get the trick done with certain levels because people have some hidden tricks that they know that you may not know. Well, now you're going to know because I'm telling you. So pretty much if you butt bounce on these Piranha Creepers, they will go further into their hole, which makes it easier for you to get across. Now, if it's a good level designer and a good level maker, they will make sure that they put arrows to signify that you have to butt bounce in these specific locations. It might be hard for you to figure out on your own, so look out for these arrows and make sure you place these arrows if you want to do a cool level design with these Piranha Creepers. This signifies a player that there is a butt bounce required in order to get the Piranha Plant to scoot back far enough for you to bounce off of him. Number 8, light up the water. Under the night theme in the ocean, you'll get these weird atmosphere effects where everything is pitch black, and the only thing you can see is Mario himself and maybe a couple enemies in the start post, but that's about it. Well, you can change this drastically by placing an on and off switch. When you hit it to the on position, the light around Mario will get bigger, allowing you to see more room around you. If you turn it off, the light will get smaller. And what's so cool about this is you can make cool, unique puzzles to get Mario through certain areas, but the light will continue to go on and off and get bigger and smaller. That's a really cool concept, especially if you want to make the player, have to go through small corridors and hitting the switches to make the light dimmer. This is a really cool concept that I feel like many people may not have known. Number 7, killing bullies. Bullies are one of my favorite enemies in the Super Mario franchise, so you know how stoked I was to see them in Mario Maker 2. And lots of people know how to kill these guys, and it's real simple by just pushing them off the cliff, and if there's a key inside, it's an easy way to obtain the key. But there's also some clever and unique ways to kill the bully that you can make in your Mario Maker levels. So one of the things is the question mark or exclamation mark box, which when you hit it, it spawns more blocks in a certain direction that you laid out in the beginning. You can have these blocks actually smash the bully and give you the key, which is one of the many unique cool ways to kill them. You can also get the Super Mario Maker power-up with the hammer, but the hammer does not kill the bully. But in fact, if you paid attention, it pushes the bully back further than any other attack in the game. Even the cat paws and even jumping on top of him. So the hammer is something that could be really useful for puzzles, pushing the bully back as far as you can. But I would recommend using the thwomps and a combination of this hammer to get Mario to kill the bully, where you can get the key out of him by having the thwomp crash down and smash him, which is a kind of brutal way to get the key, but it is a unique one at that. So play around with the bully and all these other things and the super hammer and see what you can do yourself. Number 6, pipe bombs. So in the 3D World theme, you might not have known that you can carry bombs through pipes, at least through clear pipes at that. And only small bombs. Let me be super specific, because people will try a lot of things that I did not say. But take the small bombs and pick them up and carry them in a pipe, and you will be shocked to realize that they cannot detonate in the pipe. They will start to lose power outside of the pipe, but once you get into that clear pipe, there's no possibility of it exploding in your hands, which is really unique. But if you guys want to make some unique puzzles, use the big bomb mob for this, as you can kick the bomb mob into the pipe yourself. You can't pick this one up, but you can shoot it in pipes and come up with some pretty unique puzzles in order to get the path forward broken. Number 5, switching build directions. So the bullet bills in this game mode is actually really fun to play with because you can even make them come from the background. But what sucks is you cannot have the cat bullet bills, which are the homing bullet bills, coming from the background, unfortunately, which is a bummer. But you can kind of switch up the direction yourself. Using Cat Mario, you can hit the bullet bill, or the bonsai bill in this case, as it comes in from the background in order to make it switch directions into a horizontal foreground attack, which is pretty unique, and you can change any direction depending on the direction you're swiping in. You can also come up with some unique puzzles by having the bonsai bill go up ahead and breaking blocks that you otherwise couldn't yourself, and you can even hit them at different intervals to make a cool platforming puzzle. Number 4, switch block jump. Now this is a crazy Kaizo thing that you could do, and I'm not really recommending you do this for all your levels because it's a difficult thing to accomplish, but I'm going to show you about this technique and kind of talk to you guys about why it's so cool. So pretty much with these Kaizo level players like Pangea Panda, he came up with this crazy unique cool thing that you could do where you jump off of any enemy or any platform at all, and you got to hit these switches. And when you hit the switches, it boosts Mario up a little higher than a normal jump. But there's a technique to this. So you always want an enemy underneath Mario because the enemy helps to shoot Mario higher than any other platform. You're going to want to jump off the enemy by pushing A to get that extra height, but push A again the moment after you hit the switch. This will propel Mario up higher and put him in kind of a crouch position. You'll know when you do it right because you just know. You'll feel it and you'll shoot up higher and Mario will kind of do a little duck. Now just let me warn you now, this will not happen your first couple of tries because it took me multiple times to get the hang of this because it is a very difficult concept to grasp. But once you figure it out and once you do it, it won't be too hard. So just go into Maker and start working and practicing yourself, and in no time, you'll be a Kaizo master too. Number 3, Thwomp helmets. This is a cool thing that I've found from Mario Maker 1, and not too many people are implementing it in their levels, which makes me think that not too many people understand exactly how this works. Now, this is no new concept for Mario Maker 2, but this is something that I absolutely love, and it's one of my favorite course mechanics. So pretty much slap a helmet on Mario and put these thwomps down. Now, the best way to do this is put blue platforms that fall when you stand on them. And all you have to do is jump up and push the thwomp up with your helmet. You won't take damage, and it's just a simple way to get up on platforms that are blocked by thwomps. Now, something else that I found really cool with Mario Maker 2, though, is that thwomps can go sideways, and you can make a cool puzzle with this by knocking the thwomp all the way up and having him come at you in a horizontal direction that will break any blocks or obstacles that you have ahead.
Let's go.
Number 2, bullet bills can follow you in the 3D World theme. Now in the 3D World theme, you can actually turn the bullet bills to cat bills, which will home into Mario, and this isn't anything real different from the other game styles, as you can make the red bills home into Mario, but what's different here is that the bullet bills react and interact with anything that's on the stage, meaning any bricks or any platforms that you want them to break or smash into, which works for our case here. where you can actually have the bullet bill follow Mario and crash into the enemy, which is so much fun to do. And it's actually something that's really unique that I still have not found yet from any level. So I, once again, came up with the idea and I wrote it down and I made a level design based off of it. Now, it's probably not the best idea to have him smash into a boss enemy because that's a 3-hit time and it takes a long time to get the enemy dead, but it's something that you can implement in levels to make the bullet bill follow you in order to break certain paths. It's kind of the idea from Mario Galaxy where you had to have the bullet bills chase you of Mega Leg, and it's kind of the same thing here. Number 1, thumbnailing. Thumbnailing is good for any type of media advertisement that you're doing, whether it be from YouTube, Instagram, what have you. You want to have people want to click onto your level. Now, do not clickbait and don't make something that's not really necessarily in the level, but for Mario Maker at least, it's something that's really good and really useful and really helpful to get your levels played, because let's face it, with all types of levels, thousands of levels being distributed every minute, it's kind of hard to get your levels seen or played, but once it gets that first play, you're on your road to success. And the only way to really get that first play is to have something that looks really eye-appealing to the players. And one way to do that is when you upload courses or when you save a course, it takes a quick screenshot and load of the current situation that you're in that stage, which if you hit save, you might save something that doesn't look too accurate or too fun to play in your level. And that's not your fault. There's nothing that really helps you fix this, but there's something that I like to do, I see other people do as well, is make some type of artwork or thumbnail or something in any extra space that you have. If you make a fun little level and you have some space at the top left or something, make a little 8-bit sprite or something of your leisure to show people that, hey, this level is actually kind of fun, and it kind of catches people's attention.